What's up? Welcome back to Live from Red Hook here at the Funktion House. I'm Mike Gentili, along here with Anthony Vitale, and tonight we have the one and only DJ Chris Moody.
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the Funktion House.
Thanks.
What's up, my man?
Thanks. Free water, all good.
Free water. That's how we get you guys down here. We give you free water.
Yep. No.
Looking good.
It's actually
No
spiked
sponsor
a
yet.
We got the same black shirts. We're good.
little. We got the same outfits on tonight.
Can you make sure you look a little slimmer?
I had to wear the black shirt because my belly was getting a little bit too big, so I got to conceal it a little. But you don't have that problem.
Yeah, okay.
He's vegan.
Because he was vegan for about 30 days. He was saying, right?
I tried January to February.
January to February.
Yeah.
It's the easiest month to diet, right? You come off New Year's.
Well,
you know,
I think the whole world is dieting at that time. So
Well, for some reason I stuck to the vegan thing, but I honestly every day I wanted chocolate chip cookies.
how can you not?
Yeah, it was.
Don't we have like Girl Scout cookies laying
No,
around
those
somewhere?
things are crazy addictive.
We're gonna bring them on the show after. So talk to us. You had some exciting things happen in your life. You just had twins.
Twin girls, yeah. Summer and Sienna. We just had identical girls on April 1st.
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you
That's
very
awesome.
much. It's
So you're getting no sleep these days. Well, not that you had any sleep anyway, right?
the wifey is really handling a lot of stuff, which is good. I'm trying to feed them, keep them alive. That's my job, but she's really she's running the house pretty good. It's tough, but they're beautiful.
You have 3 kids, right?
3.
A boy and 2 girls.
We got a 6-year-old, and then the identical girls. April 1st on April Fool's Day.
Wow.
Wow, you got your hands full.
They're gonna be have some fun with that. Actually, think about it.
So why don't you talk to us about how you got into DJing? Like, what year was it? Where were you? What was going on?
I really believe it was because of Finesse. Finesse and I have been friends for like 35 years. Lived on the same block. He got a turntable, I got a turntable. Then I got into private parties with my father because my father was a singer. He impersonates Frank Sinatra, Neil Diamond. So we do small parties. I had 1 tape player, 1 turntable. We went to, what is that, Canal Street.
Yep.
Got one, we could only afford 1. So we
Canal Hi-Fi.
No, Steve's Audio, right? Was it Steve's Audio?
I remember we did like Roman's View for like $75 full equipment, and it started with that, and then I got into the mobile, and then I bought the computer to learn MIDI at 18.
So what year was this around when you started DJing?
18 years old.
So that was like 19.
I mean, I messed around from 14 to 18, but you know.
Okay.
And then I went to college, and then one day I went to college actually for fashion design, and I just decided I was just gonna go music.
What college did you go to?
It's Nassau Community, but it was for design.
Okay.
Yeah, it was for design, which was funny enough. And that's it.
So 18 years old, you bought your first MIDI controller?
18, yeah. It was 18.
What was
I have
it?
no idea what I was doing. I don't remember the controller, but I remember not knowing how to hook up MIDI. I had this little apartment, and it was torture, and I just learned. I was using Digital Performer at the time, and then I went into Cubase, and that's it. Learn and got addicted.
So you started producing right away. You started getting into the production right away. That's what you knew you wanted to do.
Yeah, I got it. You know, I think I went to the clubs at 19, Junior Vasquez and all that, and that, you know, you needed. Then I met Mayday, Mayday around 19.
And then you had the whole Moody Mayday thing going for a while.
See, Adam Mayday, he had this basement that had the biggest speakers. He had all the parties there, so that was like the outlet to play music loud. They actually liked it in his house, so and then we built the studio there, and then we built it in the garage. It kept growing and growing and got more serious. But his house was, you know, he had the full DJ setup.
Sort of like here.
I
Yeah,
remember
it's
when
crazy.
he was putting together the studio and stuff, because I met.
In the garage.
Yeah. I met him back in the Expo days, Friday nights
Yeah,
at Expo.
that was us
Yes.
upstairs.
Yeah,
Trying to play
Sky
reggae.
Room?
the Sky Room.
The
Yeah,
Sky
yeah,
Room.
yeah. But Mayday was playing the main floor.
Yeah.
He was doing the main floor, and Adam had, I guess you guys had such a huge following. You had a big Queens
I mean, you
following.
look it back, we had Queens. It was me, Boris, Jason Ojeda. We would do the Vegas. They turned it from the Chris Rita parties to Vegas to Cancun. It was that was a kind of like a rotation to the Hamptons. Yeah, and we the Razor and Guido era. We kind of made those type of records as well. It was fun.
So talk to us about. You also had a stint on the radio, right? So this that you were doing a show with
Scribble.
Scribbles.
Yeah, Scribble.
So how'd that whole thing come about?
He needed help one day. I love him, but if you know Scribble, he needed help one day, and he was like, "Yo, I gotta go. Can you do the show live?" And I was like, "Oh man!" I remember the DAP player, and it started there, and it's like he needed help. He turned it. His show was 5 days a week, so we made it a show. We produced it. We had artists. We had jingles, and we had Pete Tong on Thursday. Actually, was a really a cool thing at the time. Back in the day, he would send us CDs, and we would put it on Thursday.
Now this was on Hot 97.
1035.
1035.
1035. But
Yeah.
but weren't you guys doing something on Hot 97 before 1035?
He was. Scribble was.
He was
yeah,
doing
I
the
wasn't.
morning show, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Traffic
yeah,
jams.
No,
before
but he
that.
also took over the Saturday night dance party after Glenn Frischer left.
Yeah,
right?
he was doing the Hot 97, the morning show. Then after that, he went to KTU, and then it actually was a job. I got paid to produce the show, which was a really fun. We drove out there. We drove out there almost every night. It was good.
That had to be a lot of fun.
It was good.
It's a lot of work, though, right?
It was a lot of work. Yeah, we're making 60 minutes mix it each day, but it was live. Like it would mix live, so it was cool. It was
And you
cool.
guys did that for like 2 years, right?
It was almost yeah. From that, I got Webster Hall because I was with Charlie Stetler, which was his manager at the time. He hooked me up with Webster Hall, and that's how I got Webster Hall. But I stayed there for 3.5 years.
So how was it? Talk to us about Webster Hall, because Webster Hall is obviously a unique place in Manhattan. It's been around. It's probably like the longest running club in Manhattan, right?
You know, when I was there, nobody wanted to be there, and I loved every second of it because
Nobody meaning like DJ
yeah,
wise?
it wasn't like everybody tried to get in Pasha, so everybody wanted to get in Pasha. It's like that's a spot. I showed up. It was packed every single night, and it died out around 2:30. But I would go to Decadence. I would get the records, and it was. I was in the center stage of this big room, and it
Yeah.
was packed at every time.
And they had a good sound system, right?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was a family for a long time. I did 2 CDs with them. This guy Sean McGar, who was part owner at the time, he was my connection there. It was 3.5 years.
That was a good run.
Yeah,
so it was
how do
every-
you?
That was Saturday nights?
I was there on Friday, so, and then for a while I did Friday and Saturday. So it was I had the routine down. It's like you can't get that right now, like a
Oh,
residency
forget it.
for that long.
Yeah.
Impossible.
especially in Manhattan.
Yeah, it's 3. It was.
So what year was this around?
I would say I was. I can go by age how old I was. I'm 40 now, so I think it was around 25.
Okay, so that
Yeah,
was
25
15 years ago.
Yeah, Jesus.
So 2001.
Damn.
Wow.
Time flies.
So you would do would you open, do the whole night there?
Yeah, I did the whole thing, man. The whole open to close. I mean, I think you know what it was. At 12 o'clock they opened. For a while they opened at 12, and when they opened at 12, we had this whole set, and it was a big bang, and they come up from downstairs.
Yeah.
So it was like packed instantly, which is cool. It was like a show, you know.
Yeah. And and Webster Hall has like 10,000 rooms. There's like so many different rooms there.
Yeah,
but
I was on the main room.
The main room was it was kind of like I always felt like it was like a miniature Palladium.
Yep.
You know?
It's still
Well,
going.
it's right around the block.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
it's
was
still
right around the
it's
block.
still
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. So talk to us about when production got really serious for you, where it was just like now you started like, because I mean you have a long production belt. You've come out with some really good tracks.
I mean,
When
it was
did
real. It
when
was
did it
really
become serious for you.
It was really serious in the Mayday and Moody era. You know, when we did this record called Blackout. Blackout was really big. We turned it into Blackout parties, Blackout shirts. For us locally, it was big. It wasn't, it wasn't across the water big, but. And then I would say 2010. Fast forward, 2010 was real. Roger Sanchez kind of took me under his wing, and he was playing all my stuff from every single thing, and then I signed with him. So 2010 is when I found my sound, and I did this mix of We Are Friends, and it really worked. And I'm like, it's good because I could repeat that.
Yeah.
And
So
that track got some really big
Yeah.
play.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, you had some really big DJs behind that track.
Yeah, I had all of them actually, which all the big ones, the Swedish House Mafia, the Tiesto, and that record got me to sign with Roger. He kind of like, said, that was the one that I signed a deal with him. She took me out to Ibiza in 2010. We was going there like every 2 weeks. I went like 7 to 8 times. I was living at his house. It was cool just from that that record, kind of like.
That's what it takes, right? It
Yeah,
takes that one record to get on. That's really it.
To be totally honest with you, that record I heard an acapella of it, and I'm like, let me sample it. I bought the original. I sampled it quick, and I never played it once. I never played it at all. And then I heard Tiesto play it, and I'm like, all right. I would wake up and I would see the Google feeds of these videos. It was like insane, and 10,000s of people. I was like, oh, okay.
How was that feeling though of seeing that? That had to be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had it today. That's the goal that you go for is that, to see those videos, and then you see it at Ultra, the Swedish House Mafia. It was really cool, man. It's amazing. It's just how you do it so fast. And
Yeah,
the fast ones.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of people that we have on the show when they talk about their tracks, and and sometimes it's the ones that they don't put.
You don't think
any energy into it.
Yeah.
It just like comes out of nowhere.
You don't really think it's fun now. I became an overthinker, and it affects my production. To be honest with you, now I'm trying to pick up a 2010 and just if I hear something, I'm gonna sample it. I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah.
It's fun. Once you overthink, it ruins the creativity for me anyway.
What are you producing in these days? Are you Logic?
I use Logic. And I'm working in Ableton a lot because I work with Riz, and Riz got me into that, so we share a lot of sessions, and I find myself in Ableton more than Logic now. I actually told him the other day, I was like, I'm thinking about switching because I'm always going in there to create a part.
You're always going in Logic?
Yeah, Ableton.
In Ableton.
But I've been using Logic and Z Magic, so I kind of use both of them.
So let's talk about Sick Duo a little bit. How did that's like from two different spectrums of the music industry. Riz came up as a hip hop DJ, you're this house DJ. What made this whole thing come together?
Sick Duo was always like a Sick Duo, but without the Sick Duo name. It was always Chris and Riz, or whatever, vice versa. We did so many gigs together.
Don't worry about that.
We did gigs together. We would set up the 4 turntables. Riz is a house head, as you guys know.
Yeah,
Yep.
of course.
And we seen the EDM thing, and we said, all right, we need to. We would talk. We would go to Pasha a lot, and we would see like the energy, and we would talk about it. To finally be like, yo, let's come up with a name. And I was on a train one day, and I was just thinking about names. And I remember Safari Duo.
Yes.
And I'm like, I really like that duo. And I'm like, all right, what's Riz, for example? Riz is sick. All right, and I was on a train on the way to the city. So that's how Sick Duo came. We were back in the day. We were actually doing like disco records. We were sampling a lot of disco stuff.
The Daddy Cool record you guys did.
Daddy Cool. There was a lot more before that. I actually found a hard drive the other day, and I was like, yo, we got some.
Good. So you got to put some stuff out.
Yeah, the 2010 hard drive I found again.
Yeah, that Daddy Cool record was cool.
Daddy Cool was fun.
Yeah.
We weren't thinking. The video was actually cool. Yeah. So we fell into the EDM thing. We loved the energy. One big highlight that we did was we did EDC.
EDC New York was great.
We did it with Premier. Premier was the MC, which was bananas. It was really a really big highlight for us. I mean, he happens to be close with Premier. Introduced me, and we were in Miami talking about it one day, and I called him up like, yo, we're gonna be in Queens. You're an MC. He said, yeah.
That's kind of crazy having Primo MC a house event like that.
It was a great day for us. It was on Kinetic, the big stage, which we were surprised.
Yeah.
He got to hear his voice coming through our set, he was tuning his voice to each track. He knew the track. We were mixing the hip hop. He was like, yo, he kept hitting us like, yeah.
So that must have been like super exciting, and the crowd must have been unbelievable.
You know what? It was early, and he made it a party. Like as they would come in,
Premier's got a voice that like everyone knows. Like anybody in music, you could tell you that's Premier's voice.
But as a fan, hearing it while you're DJing at EDC, we were like, yeah, I got chills thinking about it.
You're getting hyped up, yeah.
It's like, oh, and I was like, oh, this dude is actually tuning his voice. Like, you know, like I was listening to that.
What did it feel like playing on that sound system?
It was good. We were very focused. We were very prepared. You know, the set was, you know, we had an hour. It was exciting. We just worked on the remix World Hold On. So for Sinclair, I just couldn't wait to play that because it was like that little hidden gem.
Yep.
It was good, man. We were throwing T-shirts. You know, you get addicted to the energy in this. And the EDM is, I get it. It's noisy, but that energy is.
So going into that, the preparation for that 1 hour set, how long did it take you to put that 1 hour set together?
I mean, at the time we just got a new studio. We did a lot of edits. We also did Pasha. I don't know. It was before that, which we were really prepared. We were really into the edits hardcore. Like you know, he's got the exclusive acapellas.
Yeah.
That was our thing. We had to be different. So we were very prepared for it. And a lot of people don't know is that we actually signed at the time. Sick Duo, we worked on this Biggie record. I'm happy to be friends with this guy, Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen at the time was managing Tiesto.
Okay.
I sent him the Biggie track on Facebook. He says, I get back out of the airport. He says, I got the whole plan for Sick Duo. So at the time, that's the beginning of the Sick Duo. We were trying to be this hip hop based group with him. So we signed to Tiesto's manager. That, you know, long story short, didn't work out. But the couple of months or 6 months or a year, we were formatting a group idea. Like to
do the hip hop samples
with the house, and the whole idea, the original idea was that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, as it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
So that fell through, and now you guys are producing some crazy records, and there's a lot of DJs behind you now.
Yeah, our picture is very clear. You know, Riz got a crazy amount of samples. His knowledge is nuts. I make great beats, so we're like, all right, let's just put it together. We learn the hard way. We try to chase let's make it for this one. Let's make it for that one. It's not happening no more. Tribal happens to be big. Well, we see a lane right now we're stacking tracks. Actually, we got really good stuff. So we're gonna go hardcore with that. You know, we're incorporating a lot of live instruments now, flutes, sax with the beats, with the samples. So it's fun. It's fun again. There's no pressure. So it's exciting.
So, go ahead, Mike.
No, got it. You guys also had a residency at Pasha for a little while, right?
Yeah, a couple of years actually. Yeah, a couple of years. Eddie Dean was the owner of Pasha, has been a huge fan. He likes both of us. He's connected us with so many people with Sirius Satellite. We had Biggie on rotation. You know, he's just that guy. We had some great nights. Well, then we found a little thing that worked for us. We like to close for big DJs. So we close for everybody, you know, from Afrojack to Freddie LeGrand. So that was our spot. Everybody would leave and we would reset it and we would keep everybody there. And we were happy because we weren't competing with the early part of the night. So it worked for us. But, you know, we did that for 2 years straight, which we'll miss. It was good because you test the music.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that was a great room.
Yeah.
Pasha was sick.
The sound system was great, and you always had people there that really wanted to dance and listen to the music. So I'm sure you guys were playing for like huge crowds too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we would go on 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. One day we were closing for Cascade. Cascade never got off. He sat there. They're like, yeah, 6 o'clock, 6:30. You're like,
So you didn't even get to go on?
nah, we didn't go on.
Shout out to Cascade.
Yeah, Cascade is great. He's a big supporter of us. He did the, what is it called, redo or redux? He was doing that and we didn't know that. We were waiting for him to do Cascade. He wasn't. He was just playing Tech House on and on.
So what other DJs right now are supporting Sick Duo's tracks?
I mean, Cascade is a big one. Cascade plays a lot of our stuff. Sunnery, J. and Mariah Marciano, those guys are sort of like, we're going that way. They're taking the tribal sound to the main stage. They're busy. They're in all these festivals, and they play every single thing that we do. And we just did that collab. Not just did it. we did a collaboration with them that we're patiently waiting for it to come out. They're clearing the sample, which we're super excited about.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's exciting. Tribal.
So you're not going to be able to play that track tonight, are
I'm
you?
playing that, yeah.
Cool.
So you also had a couple other really big tracks too. You did that Work It to the Bone sort of mashup, and that record was huge.
That Billy Joel record was
The
pretty
Billy
big
Joel
too.
record was huge too.
Billy Joe was great at DJs, yeah. Shout out to DJs. I love DJs.
Yeah, you're always over there,
You were
right?
just there this weekend, right?
It's almost 10
Were
years.
you there this weekend?
Yeah, very thankful to be there still. The energy is crazy. Yeah, Work It to Bone was pretty big. I think it had the longest spread. More like you would run into the wedding DJ to the big DJ.
Yeah, I was rocking that track for a long time.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing a remix this year. I mean, I pulled it up a couple of times. It's like, I don't like, what do you do? Put a bigger kick, you know? It's the bass line and that's it. So it's kind of it's tough.
So how when you're making these tracks these days, how long are you guys sitting in the studio to make a track?
Well, these days it's the twins.
You're bringing the twin. You're holding like the twin. While
I
you're
mean,
behind
I've
you.
been working on music at all weird places. My minivan, the park.
My minivan.
It's true. It's got a good system. Sit in the middle. It's true. The struggle's real. No,
What are you plugging the aux cable into?
yo,
the
it's
sound
got
system?
an aux. It's got an aux. I put the 2 seats down.
So you actually had time to run the marathon though before the twins, right?
Last year, yeah,
Yeah.
that was last year. Yeah, that took up a lot. It's a tough one.
Some serious training goes into that, right?
It took a good year. Yeah, it took a good year to train for that.
What made you want to do that?
I always wanted to do a charity. So one night I was watching the St. Jude's, and I've been talking so much crap to myself. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And my friend of mine has a couple of sneaker stores. I'm like, all right, we'll give away food. And finally, I'm like, yo, I gotta do this. I saw a St. Jude's commercial, and I said, all right, I'm gonna do it. And I just dove. Like you dive into veganism.
Yeah.
I just went hardcore with information. I found the coach. I started training. I did that year. I did almost 500 miles.
Wow.
Train, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you used to post all that stuff up on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm like, if I'm gonna help one person, it was good. I mean, I ran today it's been a while since the babies, but that's what I like to do. Is listen to music, clears my head. It's a lot of running around here also.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
So going into tonight's set, did you plan something out for us, or you're just gonna play off the head?
I'm gonna keep it tribal. I'm gonna keep it tribal, and I didn't really do set for. I just made a folder. Not really sure which way it'll go, but it's all. I made a couple of demos of stuff we're working on that I wish I had the flex bomb.
I can give you the flex bomb real
Just
quick.
you just hit it. It's exciting for Sick Duo, for myself now, because we see this lane. Kreider is out, and this Kreider is pushing this sound really hard. So it's like, all right, when you talk about Riz, how we work on tracks, I'll call him up at 11 o'clock. We can pretty much go over the whole track and talk about it and how it's going to be done, and then I'll do my part. He'll do his part.
What do you Dropbox files to each other?
Yeah.
Send it back and forth, right?
It's great.
But the cool thing, the cool chemistry with him is that we really can just talk about it, and it's done. It's like, yeah, we'll put this, then I'll do it, and then we get to Anthony S. and mixes all our stuff. I come to realize it's not even that I can't do it. It's just like a barbershop type of thing. we argue. I've been going there since I'm a kid. He's the third year, so sound-wise, it doesn't have to be in the studio to create a studio. So we just keep it that way, nice and simple.
So Anthony S is like the godfather of like mixing everything down for everybody.
I mean, I don't know about a lot of people mix this stuff, but again, it's like, he knows what I like. So I've been going since 18 years old, man. There was a period, when I owned my condo and I had the studio in the basement. I did my stuff, but now it's like it's a night out. He's on the tech side. He's on, I'm not into all that anymore. I give him the files and we keep it moving.
Yep. Well, as you get older, time becomes more precious.
Yeah,
right.
It's hilarious. It's a good. We argue pretty funny. It's really, But he knows the stuff. He knows what I like. He knows what Riz likes. So we'll just keep it simple. It's like I'll make a record thinking about Anthony in the future because how to lay it out.
Yeah.
You know, he's not gonna like this. Well, why'd you do this? Why did you do this? Yeah, I mean, I remember at Mayday and Moody, we did this record, Come to Me. I remember bringing my entire computer
To his house.
to his house, man. His entire, it was the big one.
It was a tower.
The Big Mac.
Yeah.
And
That's
he would,
it.
And he would critique it down.
He still does, yeah.
He runs everything analog, right?
He has a lot of stuff. He has a Neve board. He has a lot. He's every week. He's like, yeah. Once I get this, I'm good. Once I get this, I'm good.
We're gonna have to get him in here and talk about it.
Yeah, he could do the classics or whatever. He knows his shit, man. He really does. Still learning. I'm still learning off of him, frequency-wise and all.
Well, it's always a learning game, man. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, every day in this business, and especially it could be addicting in having to get new shit, right? You know, there's a new plug-in, there's a new...
You can fall into that, yes.
Yeah.
We have, you get one, you run through it the one night, you're like, all right, that's cool. Let's get, you think it's like, you know, you want to use the presets, but you're really supposed to dive into them. But you get addicted to that. All right, that's cool. What's the next one? Oh, each one has a different sound. We did that. That happened to us for sure. But that's what he does, sound-wise. So he'll say, I got this new compressor. I got this. I'm like, oh, great. Good.
But it's never ending.
It never ends. Not because there's new stuff that comes out all the time.
Yep.
But that's why he's good. You know, one thing I've learned producing is just try to keep it as simple as possible, mix down wise anyway. Because too much shit, it just clogs everything up.
Yeah.
Tribal, kick, loop.
So talk to us about, so you've played in so many different clubs. What would you say has been the place that you love the most that you played at so far in your career? Outside of like the festivals.
The craziest, one of the craziest one, I was DJing four turntables with Raj Sanchez and Amnesia in Ibiza. That was crazy. It was crazy. I'm glad I got it on video. We were running tools. I mean, you gotta understand, as a kid looking up to this dude and staying at his house, DJing next to him, and the pressure. But then there's one point I'm like, yo, I'm in Ibiza. That's Roger Sanchez. You know, and he was letting me do free reign. I had a lot of acapellas. He would rock the beat, and that was one of the best nights ever.
That's
Because
awesome.
it's not easy to get to Ibiza.
No, of course
It's
not.
not easy.
It's really not.
And you know, that's the first year in 2010 I had my son, my first kid out of 7. And he was on the phone. I remember the day he was telling me, he was like, all right, you know, I'm signing you. I want to take you to Ibiza. I'm going to help you out. I was all right, cool. I'm a little nervous because I just had the baby. And then he's going over, right, July this, July that. And I'm like, oh. And I started getting nervous. He kept adding these dates. I'm like, oh, she's going to flip out. I'm like, you know, it's on one hand, you wait all your life to get that.
Sure.
You know, as a DJ, it's like, you serious? Or you would say, no, I can't go. You know, so it was, in the beginning, it was tough for the wife, but she handled it, and you know, it's over now. But I'm glad I did, because it's very hard to get back to.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was awesome.
that's one
man.
of those things you can't say no to.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I was nervous. I mean, as he kept adding the dates, and then he's like, you know, at the end, I want you stay for 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
wow.
you don't have to go. You could do the 2 closing parties. I'm like, whoa. And he wasn't even there. I had he gave me this apartment in his villa. It was crazy.
That's great.
It was
man.
crazy.
So the crowds are sick down there, right? In terms of how they vibe to the music.
It was very tech house driven at the time. I remember the first gig I did, I went all in. I was playing Big Room Tribal, mixing really fast, and then he was like, "Hey, listen, we gotta talk." He let me get one, and then you know, Mosaic was part of the label I was on. It was very jackin' style, so
Yeah.
I had to switch it up instantly. But he taught me, and you know, some nights are good, some
Well, you
nights
know,
aren't.
that's great that he actually, you know, nowadays, somebody be like, all right, they won't say nothing to you, you won't get another date.
Nah, when you see him come early, you're like, all right, he wants
He wants to listen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's times I'll be flying back, 'cause, you know, I'll be like, fuck, damn. I got to do more. You know what it is? These tech house records I wasn't familiar with. I understood the vibe, but when you download it in your headphones, you don't realize the kick. So the tempo could be slow, but you play it in a club, some kicks are, it'd be like, yo, some kicks are really heavy.
Yeah.
So you think it's a light tech house kiss because you listen in your headphones and you're playing in Amnesia and you're like, oh man, this is deep. And he would be like, all right. So he worked with me though. He
But see,
definitely worked
that
with
goes
me.
back to like always learning.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like you
I had-
never stop learning because playing in these different rooms, different cities, different clubs, different people, it's a different vibe everywhere you go.
He was actually Roger was playing my stuff at the tribal bootlegs and all that stuff in the meantime. But I had to open it for him. I had to learn all that stuff. I mean, it was a lot of research. A lot of I learned a lot though. You had the big rooms and you had a lot of tech house. Big rooms are big rooms. It was just like here. It was packed. It was crazy, but it was a very tech house. Everything had that hi-hat. The entire island.
Yeah.
I would call it the hi-hat island. Everywhere you go is that. That was a good time though.
All right, so you're gonna get into some music for us.
All right, cool.
Got a hour and a half set.
Yeah.
right,
we're gonna extend it.
We're gonna take a 2-minute break, and we're gonna get Moody up on the turntables or CDJs.
All right, we got DJ Moody live from Red Hook here at the Funktion House. Take it away.
I go way up. I go way up. I go just wanna see you work. Rocking and grooving to the massive and crew for real. Rocking and grooving.
Check one, check two. We're coming on through. Check. All right. Come on. and easy as we do. Going out to all the crew inside the jungle. Check one, check two. We're coming on through. Check. Come on.
It's the N-O-T-O-R-I-O-U-S. You just lay down slow. Double G-I-E.
don't stop, 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 stop.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Bang 'em.
Don't stop, don't stop, 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 stop.
Easy now, no need to go down. 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 Rock that, run that, this how it's done. That's how it's from.
I want you to take your broom and sweep my yard. You better brush it good, or we go fall apart. Don't give me no shortcut thing. You have all day and night. I had to satisfy, so you better do it right. What you waiting for? Put your back in it. Just a little more. Throw your waist in it now. Tell your body you're dead. Walk it hard and long. When you finish that, I want you go downtown. Go down, go down, go down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go down, go down, go down.
up your heart, what do you feel? Open up your heart, what do you feel? Is it real? Yeah. The Big Bang may be a million years away. Oh. But I can't think of a better time to say, well, hold on. Instead of messing with our future, open up inside. Well, hold on. One day you will have to answer to the children of the sky. Well, hold on. Instead of messing with our future, tell me no more lies. Well, hold on. One day you will have to answer to the children of the sky. Sky.
Chris Moody.
Come on.
Cut it off.
Nah, let it play. Let it
There's
play.
some new shit right here.
This is the track right here, bro.
This one never lets you down.
You got some moves, bro. I see some moves tonight.
Ledato.
So,
I
yo,
gotta-
talk to us about this hard tribal shit you just killed us
If-
with.
If you don't like tribal, this show wasn't for you. No, I've been waiting a long time, but it's coming back. So just little pieces.
Energy is crazy with this.
Yeah,
bro.
You know what it is? Like you could just mix anything with it. So that's what we're gonna do.
Dude, the gates were shaking outside.
I know.
They were.
I kept pulling it back. Oh.
We went outside and like the whole place was vibrating.
People at the bar next door just staring at me.
People were like, "What's going on in there? Is it like a strip club in there?" Like that's what they were saying.
It's that same beat.
So
No,
DJ Chris Moody,
Thank you for having me, dude.
thanks for
Seriously.
coming down.
It was
to
good. The
Function
speakers sound
House.
crazy.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, bro.
Yeah, I will be,
You know,
we
we,
back hopefully one day with Riz.
Yeah, we're gonna bring the sick duo down.
7 turntables.
Yo,
Thank you.
You crushed it tonight, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Music was hot.
Tribal.
No, and I
If
say
you
it
want
every
tribal, call me.
I say it every week. Like each week we have a different DJ and they bring a different flavor. And tonight you brought the tribal, which was awesome,
Good. That was my point. It worked, right?
and we enjoyed it, man.
All right, thank you.
So that's another edition of Live from Red Hook. DJ Chris Moody crushed the turntables tonight. Well, the decks with tribal.
Plates.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next week for our next show. And I'm Mike Gentili, Anthony Vitale,
God bless.
DJ
God
Chris
bless
Moody.
Moody.
Shout out to his twins and his son.
And the wife. Don't forget the wife.
And
All right, thank you.
thanks, bro. Peace.